Danganronpa Part 19 is recording, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi guys, welcome back to Destroyed Reputation. We're heading in for the second trial today. Am I prepared? Lord, no. I'm actually kind of terrified.
Ahem, so is everybody ready to... What? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo. Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember? Fair,
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
Oh boy, this is gonna end well. And just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. Oh, you're not having a good day, are you? I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me to. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. That is a good face. Look at... I love when they do like the sharpness on characters, like for anger. It's so good. That's like exclusive to anime. Like, well, maybe Western cartoons do it a bit, but like very much it's almost exclusive. Terrible, you're terrible.
Whew, so now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle on to the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Oh boy, this is gonna be great. So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. The good news is, during this trial, I won't have to use their voices anymore, and I can just focus on actually doing it. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Alrighty. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Shh. I'm just gonna go in. I don't want to talk to them. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
True.
Yes. Gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. And soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. Oh boy, here we go. The steel block sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. One thing I will say about this compared to like Phoenix Wright, you start the case knowing like 90% of the details. I feel like you start this case with like 40%. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally came to a sudden stop. Are we gonna have to get this exposition every time? So I'm not looking forward to it.
What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it fresh? Isn't it exciting?
Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good. You're rip-raring to go. To go.
How do you say that? Rip-raring to go. You can't say that without adding a country accent.
Gotta say, I don't hate it at all. Not at all.
Well?
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
Chills, kills!
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
Alright, let's do this. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. That was terrible, actually. That was, like, really lame. Yeah, let's save. Why not? I don't think I saved between parts, so that'd be good to save right here. Thank God for multiple save slots, man. That's, like, the best feature. Alright, so what skills do we have? Attentive influence. Increase the influence gauge by 2. Effective in class trial. Cost 2 XP. We have melodious voice, which does increase damage when the statement is destroyed. Increase bullet capacity. Wait, we can equip just them all. So, like, why not? Yeah, there we go. Opening handbook. So what do we have for truth bullets? We have the Monokuma file, Sakura's account that declined to go into the room, the locker room dumbbell. Mondo's accord that wanted to get stronger, inferiority complex. The card reader being you need to swipe your stuff. You need a male handbook for the male. Female for the female is not possible for two entered at the same time. Additionally, lending is a violation. Main hall e-handbooks. Broken e-handbook, Genocide Jack case. That's a lot of names. Bloodlust. Profile indicates that a student with split personality disorder. Chihiro seems to keep her distance from other girls. Stain. Locker room posters. The handbook was missing. Chihiro's body was suspended. Fatal injury. The girls' locker room is no stain. Use the lamp. What's the lamp going to be used for? And Chihiro was at the warehouse. Okay. Let's get going. I forget the controls, so it's going to be a bit of a relearning.
Let's begin with a basic explanation.
Yes.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Okay. So, let's make your argument, indeed. Locker room dumbbell. Got it. I mean, that's what it has to be.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yeah, that's right.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
Yes.
What kind of blunt instrument?
Boom. What? No, that is the right one. You think? Okay, so that's not a contradiction, I guess. You're right. That's not a contradiction at all.
Chihiro's fatal injury.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
It appears it was a head wound.
That's correct.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument.
Yes.
But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No. Shoot.
Interesting.
No, go back.
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
How do I fast forward? Yeah, so I screwed that up. Okay, let's try that again. Fast forwarding.
What
Okay.
kind of blunt instrument could it have
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Because you also have to aim, which is... No!
been? Interesting.
Oh my god, this is the worst. Okay, let's try that again. Boy, this is going great.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Oh no, I missed it again!
Certainly would make.
Oh boy. Video games, my friends, video games. Is this gonna actually get tougher and tougher each time? Because if so...
According to the Monokuma file, but what kind of
Blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Yeah, no, it's very clearly the one with blood on it in the
Can we
same
agree
room.
that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
Like a random iron pipe.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
I mean, I don't think so, considering it's pretty obvious that she's a detective, you know?
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? I mean, we kind of... Wait, a new element? Are you serious? Okay, sure. What's going on? Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your tubules will disappear if they hit these, so think of them as obstacles. Okay. But there's a way to keep them from getting away. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which will allow you to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit... Oh, boy. Another thing. You can shoot down white noise by tapping the rear touchpad. Well, I can't do that easily. Oh, okay, so we won't get it then. That's fine. In which case, you can forget about this... Oh, wait, no. Are we on normal? No, we're on gentle. Whatever. You can forget about the silencer. Just focus on the situation. Well, then, good luck. Okay. So, make your argument. Yeah, I could definitely see why people say it gets a little too easy on this.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Whoops, shoot. There we go. I was just pressing the wrong button now. Because I was pressing the silencer button instead of the shoot button. Because they said press X and it got confused in my mind, so.
Reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
I have no comment.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Characteristic is, how the victim was positioned.
I got it!
Yeah, a bit of health. There we
Apparently,
go.
in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
Oh, well, there we go. Hey, thanks for just putting that out there. I'm happy that we didn't take, like, 500 things of, well, who could it be? Let's cross... No, it's like, no, it's pretty obvious it's Toko. Yeah, no, it's pretty obvious. Tongue out. Crazy talk.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie! What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's real for sure, but I feel like I understand it. Yeah, it's the multiple personality. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko, the answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yeah, so... Do we have the... Oh! What is this again? Shoot. Okay, wait. What's the word I'm looking for? HI? Because there's split personality. Okay. No, I don't think B's one. No. No, not schizo. Okay. Wow, okay, I don't think that's the most correct term, but that's fine. If it said split personality, it would have been fine, but
Genocide Jack has a split personality?
I mean, schizophrenic is the medical term, but isn't schizo like a slur? I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not with that stuff. I stay away from it. People are people, dog, you know.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay.
But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows that Toko, her behavior changed, yeah. It's simple as that. It's her behavior totally
You're talking
changed.
about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm tired. It's like, it's great. Tongue out. Okay, we saw this a few parts ago. Don't need to flashback. It's
She
K-Dog.
was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yeah, it's because she didn't want her other self to get out, like Bruce Banner and the Hulk, except less cute. Because, damn, Mark Ruffalo, you are one cute man. He really is, you can't deny
The
it.
reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I mean, I feel like
I
it just
believe you misunderstood
makes sense, you
what
know?
she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
As much as I love you, Asahina, he's actually super right.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
On the one hand, what Byakuya did is kind of jerkish, but on the other hand, it's also probably the best way of going about it. He's very much a character who, like, even though it's not the most sympathetic of actions, they are quite logical, all the stuff he's taking. He's not that bad of a character, at least now. I'm sure that'll change later.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me.
Oh. Okay, that's that's crossing a bit of a line. Well, maybe, we'll see.
That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that.
Oh. So that is... She has, like, the thing where people say stuff, but she, like, only hears what she wants to hear? Like, you know, people on the internet.
But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Oh boy, that's a face.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
I don't like this. I don't like this at all. The eyes are terrifying. I don't like that tongue.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, me too, man.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
So this is the Murderous Fiend Genocide Jack. This is... Oh boy, this is... This, I didn't expect it to go this way. Oh
Miss
boy.
Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Yeah, no, I kind of doubt that.
Just kidding!
Yeah, there we go.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
I mean, personality-wise, I do like Jill more than Toko. But sanity-wise, and, you know, maybe not as much, you know.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
I mean, so far this case has been very cut and dry. Like, there's got to be a twist. There has to be.
Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh? Well, here's that twist I was talking about. Let's see.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Ellipses again. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get more details about all this. Yeah, I have no idea where we're going. Now we're officially into the territory of I don't know. Status of the dead body. So that would be the crucified position, right?
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
I don't believe that, because what about the way the body was?
Shoot.
Okay, guess not. We'll try that again.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi...
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, no, because there's no scissors. Break! There we go.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Yeah, it's the
I
scissors.
murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
Is it Byakuya? Because he knows?
But what
Wait,
happened to Chihiro?
It'd
be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Wait a second. Wait just a moment. Isn't Chef Boyardee? Isn't it a copyright term? Can they just say it? Yeah, no, it's huh. Okay, I guess since Hector Boyardee is like an actual like normal person, that's fine. That's understandable. Okay. Oh, I just got my final evaluation for university also. Yeah. Nice. I passed. Well, at least this class. Cool. Nice. Never mind. Back to the case, though. This is more important than school. Pshaw.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
And is less copyright infringing.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos of Genocide Jack, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear the injury, yeah.
For one, the cause of death is different.
Yeah, it's the scissors.
In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
My only thought is that there's none of those scissors here.
And there's
Except
more.
there are.
One more
in the
conflicting
kits,
detail.
the sewing kits.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is really how it was suspended. All the victims were stabbed through the hands. Here you'll see the clear difference. What was used to suspend her? Yeah.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Dude, I'm starting to think it's Byakuya.
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
As the
Specifically,
scissors.
pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Oh my god, that's really funny, actually.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Men.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
It's men.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Oh, we're just gonna use that term in this game, sure. Let's see. There's a I mean, to be fair, the audience who play these games would know what that means. Chihiro didn't fit. If you look at the names, you'll find out what the notice is. I think I figured it out. Because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo, bullseye, right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They're all dude bros. Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Honda, Shoji Gaku, Kano Issei, Takashi Yoshida, Komatsu, yeah, I'm not gonna go through that again.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan-madam!
This is going places I didn't expect.
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
Okay, what is it with Italian food? You're making me want to go to Olive Garden.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
You know what? That's a very, very fair point. That's a very fair point.
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
A, I don't think she could actually lift that dumbbell. There was like 4 on each, and those were like, what, 20 pounds each? Jeez. 2, no, there's scissors.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, hey, she has some. That's a JoJo reference, my friends. Take a shot.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
The police and one other person.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Oh, Byakuya, I'm turning on you, brother. Actually, hold on. There is one other person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Select someone. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, look at him. Everyone else is pretty calm. But he's like, ugh. You.
Here's my answer.
Got it.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Oh, you can see him. He's not happy.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was...
He was the killer all along!
Crime on her.
Yeah!
Oh, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Yeah, because he kind of led us to the right
You wanted
place.
to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's clear contradiction to what Byakuya just said. Need to make it clear to everyone. Wait, oh sure, what is this new element? God, every time. What's up? Called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, or touch and hold the spot on the screen, then you'll memorize that weak spot. The memorized phrase, oh, what? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, this is actually really interesting. You have to use your keen wits. In this case, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Then good luck and have fun. Thank you for telling me, actually. Okay, this is interesting. Make your argument. So yeah, that's not what we're going to be using.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the
I'm going to go through it first before starting to do stuff.
He was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker
Back in school, man, that was a big deal when you had the chance.
Absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay, there's only two things, so it has to be the first to the second, right? Maybe. Hearing Byakuya's comments about Chihiro being girl reasons as a key contradiction, because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we'd even found it. Yeah.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I go which way with it.
The victim was
Yeah, okay, so I wonder if the order matters, but we'll see here. Yeah, how would you... Yeah, exactly. How would you know before we got
I'll tell
there?
you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak. Huh? What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, he's acting like he has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. The evidence that proves he's responsible is hidden right there. What could it be? Okay, so the extension cord, for one. Do we have that as a thing? Oh god, it's really uneasy. I might switch that.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
No.
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
Whoops, shoot! Didn't mean to do that. Wrong button.
It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No! Good, we still hit it.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, yeah, no, because you definitely did, you fool. You idiot.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
I mean, so far, yeah, it sounds about right, but he's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong?
Wait.
I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Now, because of people's opinions on him, I'm starting to worry that it might be different.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Is he intentionally bodying it so that he can, like, solve the case on his own?
What about all that bothers you?
I don't know. Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... could I really just accept what Byakuya said is truth? No, I don't think so. There's something about off what he said. I'd say it's the scene of the crime.
I got it!
Yeah, because that's the only one that would make sense.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
That line read is actually so good.
She was found dead
that,
in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no
his
question
face?
about that.
The voice actor for Byakuya, isn't it the guy who played Kyon in Haruhi Suzumiya? Why can I not? Crispin Freeman. Isn't that him? I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna Google it quickly. Avoid spoilers as much as I can. Byakuya Togami voice actor. I'm pretty sure it is. It's, no. It's not. Are you serious? It's Josh Grell, huh? Wait, no, that's the anime. I heard the anime is different ones. It's Jason Wishnov. What? That doesn't even sound like him. It sounds like, what's his face? Crispin Freeman.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Yeah, because of the carpet in the poster.
I believe I do.
And the dumbbell. Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya had been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else,
Don't
yeah.
just move on without permission? What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Well, good thing I have that. Evidence that shows that the murder took place somewhere else. There's something that was switched between the boys' and girls' locker rooms, and that would be the posters.
I got it!
That's one of them, and then there's more,
proof
too.
That she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Oh my
But
god.
don't you think that's kind of strange?
The way you say that.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Also the fact that we saw it in the boys' locker room before.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about. Right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved to the boys' locker room carpet.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
Because the blood stains!
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
That's a good question.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro... No, because Leon's thing doesn't work, so... Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? He's gonna say, like, yeah, I could have just took Leon's handbook, but you can't use Leon's handbook because of the fact that, yeah, it's broken.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Nope.
She was the ultimate programmer.
Nope, that's not how it works.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook.
Get it, there it is.
No, that's wrong.
Because it's broken, you fool.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? No, it's not. Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya's the one who really did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, here we go.
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the... You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Oh, she played him. She played him.
Now Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Okay, so we got recesses, thank God. So before I even knew what happened, the case trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... probably to her room? Oh no, in here. Okay. Is it gonna be what I think it's gonna be?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands? No way, no way, no way, no way, no way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
You say that now, but I'm joking.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quickly examine the body, quietly
Be sure
rather.
to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Thanks, Tumblr, for spoiling that plot twist years ago. God. The amount of rhetoric I've heard about this online has been so huge that it's not even a twist anymore. Because it's people like, well, she's actually trans. No, it's actually just a cross-dresser. No, it's actually this, it's actually that. It's like, oh my god, shut up. It's a game. And we'll get through it, okay? So, on that note, I think we're going to call it a part here. Didn't want to leave on a plot twist. Oh man, if I did it one before, that would have been insane. But, alright guys, we'll see you next time for some more, Where's my list? Desecrated Realm Master. These are starting to get farther and farther. Thank you all for watching. Ciao.